Hello, hello. I'm just gonna wait a second, see if anybody catches on. Have a sip of water. I'm just gonna hook up one other thing here. I hope you guys are doing awesome. Awesome. Okay, just doing a couple of things here. Okay. I'm just gonna start, and whoever catches this is perfect. So this is for people, particularly moms who are busy. I don't know a mom that isn't busy. And I just wanted to talk about like our relationship to time, and like this conversation could go on forever because it's an evolving relationship, right? So if you are like I used to be, I had massive scarcity of time. So it was like whatever I was doing, I was always in a rush, like always rushing from like when I was a personal trainer to the next client to the next, like shoving food, coffee, running to the bathroom between clients, just like go, 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 go mode all the time from the second like my alarm went off at 5 in the morning, just like rushing to make the lunch, rushing to get out the door, just like always kind of just like anxious and like nervous system, like yeah, on. Okay, can you relate? If you're catching the replay, go ahead and hit hashtag replay and let me know if you can relate to any of that time scarcity of feeling like your nervous system's kind of just like, ugh, always on. I get it. And it's exhausting. And like, you don't realize how exhausting it is until you've gone through like months and months of doing that. And usually your body is going to be like, hello, let's create a sickness here because this sucks. This is draining. This is taking all of our energy. And you get the flu, you get a stomach bug, you get something. So it's like slows you down. And so with that relationship to time, what I've noticed as now that I've become a mom is how actually not busy I was. I was really busy, right? Busy. And I was just really actually, A, had a terrible relationship with time. And B, even though I was busy with clients and things that I enjoyed most of the time, I wasn't responsible for my calendar. Meaning, I was always saying yes to even things and clients that I didn't fully align with out of fear. Out of fear that, oh my gosh, if I turn this client down, like, where's that money going to come from? Oh my gosh, if I say no to this opportunity that somebody I really like invited me to, I said no last time. They're going to like think that I'm whatever, don't enjoy them, or they'll stop inviting me, even if I felt like exhausted and or it was like, oh, this doesn't really align with me. I would say yes. So guess what? My schedule is just like compacted and filled with things that I didn't fully love. And so I would like drag myself to events or be training clients that like it wasn't a fit for them either. And that's exhausting, right? So when you're not responsible for your calendar, that's when like you can kind of get resentful because you're lacking boundaries around your time. And that comes from knowing your worth, which I didn't know at the time. I was just like, yes, I'm so important. I have so many clients. I have so many events, even though I'm tired, even though I don't want to do most of them. I'm so needed, right? And at the other side, I was just like so depleted. I didn't have boundaries. And so once I learned how to have boundaries and that I'm the one that sets up the calendar, which sounds really freaking simple, right? But if you've ever experienced, you're like, oh my God, how do I have so much on my plate? Like what just happened? There's no time for me. And you're just like kind of walking around angry and resentful and just burnt because you did not put yourself in your calendar. So then I started like getting really and having really good discernment about which clients and what type of clients I want to work with. So I started pulling those type of clients in. I started being like, wow, I'm no longer available to work in the evenings because I take early morning clients. I'm more of an early morning person. So the late afternoon and evenings are now mine. And that's when I started at that time growing my online coaching business. So it's still working, but it was more towards, okay, where do I want to go next? Where's my next evolution? And then I started taking ownership over my calendar. So I started saying no to things that didn't fully align with me, even if I really liked the person. I was like, you know what? No, that event just doesn't work for me. And that was it. And I was just like, wow, this is really easy. So then I started having a lot more free time. And then what happened was like, oh my gosh, how do I fill all this time? I like, even if I had an extra hour a day, I was like, what do I do with myself? What do I do with myself? Because I was so used to being on. So then I really get to learn how to be. And that's a whole nother topic. But it was like I started scheduling in per one of my mentors, literally time to do nothing. Like I would say on my calendar, like, Erin, time to be, do nothing. Like I had to train myself how to stop, how to tune in, how to not go and be a type A, go, 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 go all the time. And it's like so, so important to learn how to be, because then I realized, like, whoa, when I stop moving a million miles an hour every day, all day, I have time to tune in and think about, like, what do I really want now at this stage of my life? Oh, I have time to take a nap. What a luxury that is, instead of like, oh, you're so lazy. Let's have another coffee. Um, oh, I have time to take a walk. At the time I lived in Santa Barbara in California when I started this whole journey, take a walk on the beach because I live here and I never go. Or I have time to do an afternoon hike. How amazing. And like have zero guilt about it. Zero guilt for not working, zero guilt for not filling my calendar to the freaking gills. And so now, fast forward to today, that I'm a mama and an entrepreneur, a mompreneur, I hear so many people use that same excuse that I used to, like, oh my gosh, I'm too busy, I can't. Oh my gosh, I'm too busy, like, I don't know how I'm gonna fit it all in. And just like that frantic energy of like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to have enough time. Oh my gosh, I want this result in my life. I want more time freedom, yet I'm still committed to being in scarcity mode about it. I'm still committed to being frazzled. I'm still committed to having stuff on my calendar that doesn't align with what I want in the future, yet I'm not willing to adjust that or willing to say, no, I'm no longer available to lead the PTA every single month. Or no, you know what? I'm going to turn down the invitation to, host all these parties. Even though I'm really good at it, it's taking up a lot of my time. And what I really want is to have more time with my family. What I really want is to create more financial freedom so that we can take more vacations together during the summers. Or I really want to be able to, I've been a stay-at-home mom and I love it. And yet I really want more purpose outside of that. And I want to bring in more finances for a family, because sometimes that can be stressful going down from two to one income. And just getting really clear of like, what is in your calendar. It isn't like a hell yes. What is there that you're like, that doesn't allow me to get to that next evolution of me? Because I'll tell you what, now that I'm a mom, I'm like so much more organized with my time. A little example of what my day looks like now is I usually get up between 4:30 and 5. Naturally, I'm an early riser. I get up, that's my morning time. I like have nice warm coffee. I meditate. It's quiet. I do journaling, or I'll read a chapter in a book that I'm really into, and just feed my mind, get my mind the highest vibe. And then I create some content for my business. I reach out to my team, my leads, and just like keep everything really tight. And then Bodhi gets up, our son. And then I'm into mom mode through all the morning, and then he has nap time. And then I get my nap time hustle on, which if you're a mom or dad, you know about. And that's when I get really clear of like, okay, what are like the 2 or 3 tasks that I really get to get done? Either have a team meeting, or I am creating more content, or I'm doing a live, or anything that feels good gets to get done. And scheduling things. And then when he wakes up, I'm back in mama mode. And sometimes I have meetings at night, and a lot of time I keep that time open for my husband and I have some time together. So I've gotten really clear. Like the only things on my calendar are a hell yes. Family time is super important to me. Freedom's super important to me. Having purpose is super important to me. And I get it if you're in like the scarcity mode around time, and I'm going to invite you to look at your calendar and to look at like how you feel. Like when you look at like, do I have time for that? Oh my gosh, I don't. Like, what's the energy of your conversation to yourself, and to what do you say about your time, about what you're committed to, about what you're allowing to fill up your time that drains you? Like, I get it. It was just like, oh God, I used to do so many things that drained me. And once I let go of that, it like gave myself and the energetic world, like, okay, she actually has room for this. Like, here's this opportunity. Try this on. And it's just like, that is how you allow yourself to evolve to the next level. Take responsibility of what type of events, people, businesses, anything fill your time, and make sure they align with you and feel high vibe with you. It doesn't matter if Susie down the street like loves running the meetings for the PTA, and you're like, you're doing it because you think you should. Like if you dread it every friggin' week, or how often PTA meets, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you're a bad person that you don't like it. When you let go of whatever it is that you do not enjoy, I promise it opens up the door for things that you've been longing for. Maybe more connection with like-minded people, or that running group that you've had an eye on, or whatever. Doesn't matter. Whatever lights your soul up. So take responsibility for your calendar. If you have watched the replay, let me know. Type in replay, and yeah, take responsibility for your calendar and your relationship to time, and it will change your life. And you'll be amazed at how much time you actually have when you let go of things that don't fill you up. And from there, you can determine what you want to allow back into that space, whether it's do nothing time, whether it's like, wow, I've had my eye on that business. I can cut out 2 30-minute chunks a day, and that's where I'm going to start. And that's incredible. Whatever it is, take ownership of your time, and your life will change. I promise you. Okay, let me know anything in the comments. I would love to be in conversation around it. Have an awesome, awesome day.